Hello, this is Ashley from Crafting with Ashley and welcome to this video. This is the card we're making today. Nice and bright and sunny daisy card. So let's get started. Put that aside so I don't ruin it. Supplies you're going to need initially are your card base, and this is Mango Melody. And this is standard A6 card base. That's an A4 sheet cut in half and then folded in half. And it's this lovely bright orangey yellow. And then I've got a piece here of Whisper White that measures 14.35 centimetres by 10 centimetres. And I've put it through this embossing folder called Country Floral. And I think this one's retiring, unfortunately, but we've got plenty of other embossing folders you could use. And it just gives some interest to the background, as you can sort of see there. Now I'm just going to stick this down initially onto my Mango Melody, and I'm going to use some Tombow so that I don't squash the dimension with my snail. So we've got there some Tombow, and let's try not to stick our fingers in the glue, which I have done. I'm very good at sticking my fingers straight in the glue. Struggling to get it. That'll do. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. And yeah, how did I get a glue dot there? I don't know. Anyway, there you go. So that's what we've got there. So now I'm going to set that aside as well. And I'm going to bring in my scraps, and I've got scraps here of Mango Melody, Crushed Curry and Daffodil Delight. And the stamp set I'm going to be using today is this one called Daisy Lane, and this is not retiring, it's continuing, which is great, and it has the two matching punches here as well to go with it to punch out your daisies. And then for the stamp set, for the sentiment, I'm going to be using this one called Painted Glass, which is Have a Beautiful Day, and that sadly is retiring. The other stamps that I wanted to bring in here, which I'm not using, is called Daisy Delight, and this image here coordinates with the punch that we're going to be using, but unfortunately this one, it's a photopolymer set and it is retiring, so if you want this, then get it now or forever hold your peace. Okay, so let's put those aside and do some stamping. Now I'm going to be stamping with my large and my small daisy in all three colours on my different cardstock. So let's start here with this large one, and I'm just going to ink it up nicely, and then down, and there we go. And then I'm going to do a small one as well, and I'm going to do the same thing with the matching inks for Crushed Curry as well. So I'm just going to continue to do that, and I'll catch you at the end. Okay, I've stamped everything, as you can see, all my daisies, and I just had to run downstairs because I left my daisy punches downstairs, but I have them now, so we can start punching out. And it's really quite easy just to line up your daisies and just punch them all out. So that's what we're going to do quickly now. Just punch out all of our daisies. So that's all our daisies punched out, as you can see. So I'm just going to set that aside. And I did stamp our sentiment here on some Whisper White, and I used Mango Melody ink. And then I'm going to be using this punch called the Story Label Punch, just to punch this out. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to bring back our piece of Mango Melody. Where is it? Here it is. And I'm just going to punch out another piece here of Mango Melody. To go here. There we are. Okay, and then all I'm going to do for this is I'm going to cut the sentiment down here in half. So I'm just going to get my scissors out. Whoopsie daisy, and obviously pick the large ones, because that's what came to hand first. And then all I'm going to do on the back of my sentiment is I'm just going to put a bead of glue of Tombow along the top and the bottom like that, and then I'm just going to use, there's a backing there, I'm just going to use that to create my matte piece, just like that, and then do the same here. Something like that. So that's what we have. So set that aside, and now here are our daisies. So let's get them all in order so that they're together. There we are. And now I'm just going to put one on top of the other, and I'm just going to use a little bit of Tombow in the centre, and I'm just going to offset the petals so that the small petals sort of fall in the centre of the other ones, so they fill up the gaps, just like that. So let's do that again. I'm going to put a little bit of Tombow here. You don't need a lot, just a drop will do the trick. And just in the centre of your big daisy, and then this one, last one here. I do like this Mango Melody colour. I never use it, but I do like it. Should maybe try and use it a bit more. Maybe that should be one of my goals for the next Stampin' Up year, is to use a greater variety of my colours. Okay, let's bring back our what do you call this, our card base, and we're going to arrange everything. And if you want, you can just sort of lift the petals up a bit like this to give it a little bit of extra dimension. You can use your bone folder as well, just to break down the fibres a bit, but I don't want it to be too dimensional if possible, because it's still got to go through into a card, into an envelope. So all I'm going to do is put a little bit of Tombow on the back, and just hold it in place. And I'm just doing it in the very centre, so I can then, you know, the petals can be moved. And let's take this one again. All I'm going to do is, and you can use your bone folder, let me get it out and show you. You can just use your bone folder like this, just to, you know, work the petals however you want, and just to give them a bit dimension. I tend to go in with my fingers, I just feel I have more control, but you can do like that. And then a little bit of Tombow on the back, not a lot, and then let's put this one here and let it take. And then our last one is this one. And just do be careful when you're doing it with your bone folder like this, that you don't pull the petals off your daisy, because I did that, and I'll show you on my card how I fixed it. Okay, so we're going to put that one there, I think. So that's all our daisies done. Okay, now on this card I had, as you can see, I've got the daisy coming off the edge. Now there's a reason for that. I pulled the petals off these 2 or 3 down here, so I had it coming off the edge, and that solved my problem. Okay, so now on this card, all I'm going to do is turn it over, and I'm just going to cut off the excess. So I'm just going to use my big scissors. Makes it very easy just to cut off the excess. Like that. Okay, and I'm just going to collect up these little bits here before they get in my way, and then There we go. So that's what we have so far. So bring back our sentiment here, and I'm going to use some of my dimensionals on here. I'm having a few because, as you know, I'm generous with dimensionals, plus there's texture in the embossing folder, so I want to make sure this sticks properly. Okay, so let's see, where are we going to have it? I think here is perfect. So there we go, that's what we have so far. Finishing touches, I'm going to use some of these gold faceted gems. Now unfortunately these are going, so it's a good chance to get these used up. So I'm going to put one in each flower centre. I think it just helps to bring the daisy to life. It makes it really cute. So there we go, we're done. I hope you like the project. There's that one, there's the one we did before. I think they're bright and cheerful. As Meg Ryan said in You've Got Mail, daisies are the friendliest flowers. I think she was right. Do you think she was right? Let me know in the let me know in the comments below. Thank you once again for watching. As I said, I really hope you enjoyed the project. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe for future projects. If you want any information about this project, such as supply list, etc., it's going to be in the description box below, and it will also be on my blog, and the links to that and my social media links are also in the description box. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye!